Так, добре.
Сергій, дякую. Шановні друзі, питання. Моя українська мова дуже добра розуміти, вислухати, але розповідати вам серйозні речі дуже я не зможу на чисто українській мові. І тому питання слідуюче. Чи я зможу продовжити на англійській мові, чи на російській? Напишіть, будь ласка, в чат, і вирішимо це питання, на якій мові я буду вам все це давати. Чекаю ще.
Я прямо здивований, молодці. Англійську я бачу, да, вибирають більше люди.
Okay, guys, so it's great. So we'll continue in English. Okay. If in something you will not understand well, so it's always it's possible to ask me in some questions in Ukrainian, and I will try to answer in Ukrainian. Maybe in this case, I also train myself with Ukrainian language, but I think we will find the right way how to communicate in English. So first of all, nice to see you here, and I hope we'll enjoy together to create your ideas and to create your new startups, because actually today it's a very important part of of the developing world, of the innovation world. And the startup is start to be a very important part of any economics of any country. Now, for example, in Europe and Lisbon now, right now, I'm teaching here a course in Nova University for the second degree in business and economics. And so this course, Startup Mastery, I'm teaching here. And yesterday I met with some guys with some accelerators in Lisbon. And there are a lot of activities in this field. There are a lot of activities in the field, and a lot of the money involved in this field, and the governments and the companies, all of these guys trying to find right way how to develop innovation, how to develop new startups, how create unicorns. By the way, the government of Portuguese government last year just announced that they want that Portugal will be like a factory for unicorns. So there are a lot of activities like this here. Okay, so what actually I want we will do. I will take you directly to the practice. I will take you directly to some activities in building startup. So I'll present you methodology we'll work with, and I'll present you online platform. We will continue to work with it. And actually, as Sergey mentioned before that there is some guys with ideas, and there is students and participants in our course without ideas, and maybe during our course they will find their own idea and will continue with it, or maybe they will join to some other groups as a team member. So, but I want that everybody who will take part in our startup school will belong to some team, will belong to some idea, will belong to some startup as early as possible, because our teaching method will be very practical. We're not going just discuss the strategies and methodologies, how to run startup. I want that we'll run startups and we'll run your projects in your real projects, in your real startup ideas. Okay. But before that, I will take you a little in the concept of the startups, and I'll try to explain it in a very. I will try to. 1 minute. I'll just fix something here. Okay. So I will try to explain you all of these innovation methodologies, and for some historical perspective of view, I will try to bring you more advanced methodology and principles how to run successful startups. So if you have some questions, it's not a problem. You can just raise the hand, and I'll back to you with some clarification of your questions. So it's not like, okay, I'm going to talk for 1 hour and a half, and only after that you will be able to ask the question. So please raise the arm, and we will discuss it. Okay. One more additional point, as I said, it's very important to be practical. It's very important to start to work with their own ideas. So we'll join to the idea for somebody. And I also present you some platform, Startup Master. We will continue to work with this platform, and we'll put in this platform your ideas. And we also this platform is a collaboration space for the team members, which will be able to work together on the project. And also what's very important in this platform, it's allowed to bring and join the mentors to your projects. And much more maybe important for you, that in this platform will be presented also investors. And once your projects will pass, some flow of growing through the steps which I will present you, your project will be open for the dashboards for investors. And now we are going to work very hard to bring quite a significant number of investors to this platform. So actually, it's like a showroom to show your project to potential investors, potential collaboration. Okay, so if there is some questions, I will be glad to hear. If not, I will continue to our first section, and this is describing of evolution of innovation development in the world, and about the methodology Startup Mastery, or I call it Lean Innovation 3.0, and from here we'll start in practical course. So please, if you have some question, this is the time to ask me. Okay, so I don't have other questions, so we'll continue. So please, I will try to describe you what actually happened in the innovation world in maybe last 70, 80 years. So the first part of innovation, and I call it Lean Innovation 1.0, actually came from Toyota company, and it was lean management. Actually, the main aim of this Toyota lean management system was to bring some kind of efficiency innovation to the production. And their main aim was to reduce the business waste of the process. Okay, just reduce the business waste of the process, and in this case, just to do production more efficient and increase revenue, and in this case, to run business in better conditions. Okay, and so some simple example for this process, like if you are going to sell 1,000 cars, So you don't need to produce 10,000 parts to assemble the cars, because in this case maybe 1,000 will be used to create these 1,000 cars and sell it, and 9,000 will be just store it in some warehouses, and it will take place. It will take resources to manage it, and in the end, it will bring additional cost to the calculation, the price of your product. So they try to use this very smart lean management, where trying to take these business ways out and bring only necessary things to the process, which will allow to do that in a very efficient way. Okay, so this is lean innovation 1.0, this lean management. So this 1.0 is it's my addition, because actually I'm going to present you lean innovation 3.0. So lean innovation 2.0, it's lean startup. It's lean startup. Eric Ries, about 15 years ago, just released a book which called Lean Startup. And today this is like a Bible of the startups community, because everybody knows what is MVP, minimum viable product. Everybody know the concept actually of Lean Startup. And I will try to explain you today, in a very presentative way with my hands, and trying to explain in a very simple way what is Lean 1, Lean 2, and 3. So think about this visualization that this is a market. Okay, this is a market, this is our client, and in this market we are doing business. Okay, from other sides we have product. Okay, and we need to bring this product to the market, by marketing activities, by business development activities. And actually our aim to bring this product to the market, to penetrate to the market, start to take some shares of the market, and after that grow. Classical aim for business, classical goals for business. Now, if we have this market and we have this product, okay, and actually we can do some, we can do this product more efficient. It means we can maybe reduce the price, or we can increase our delta for revenue. So our business KPIs, so our business, our business numbers of our business will be much more better. So lean innovation is like we have the market, now we have the product, but you squeeze this product to be more efficient and bring to the market. Great. When startups actually starts about in 1980, so it's 1980, last century. Why? Because actually new technology came to the world, new technology like computers and all of this kind of digitalization, which actually allows to the startup build the product, but to multiply to dramatically increase the possibility for scale up. Because if you produce car, each time you produce car, you need to use of raw materials, and you used to use for equipment, for labor power, and so on. But if you produce, for example, some kind of software, especially software, and when you produce the software, so once you already did and produced the software, now you can sell 10, 100, or maybe 1,000 copies of the software, and it's not really required from you to change it. Okay, if you create application and upload to the store, Google Store or iStore, so actually you can sell it 10, 100, 1 million, 2 million, 10 million copies with the same with the same effort. And this is actually open like a new era, new era in innovation development, where startups started play, especially technological startups, started play a very significant role. And we see now with the big companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and other, today is also maybe produce some hardware or other products, but especially all of these guys started from the software, okay? From the software, and the software, the scaling and in the market for this software actually allowed them, to grow dramatically, to grow exponentially, and start to be leaders on the market. Yeah. So, but the first customers, the first startups actually, when they started to provide new solutions, or started to provide new products to the market and penetrate to the market, they actually tried They tried to go to the market in simple way how it was for the business. So in this case, they said, okay, so we have the market, now we have the product, but we don't have a product. Actually, what we have idea. Okay, we just have idea, but it's not possible to go to the market with the idea. So we need to create the product. Once we create the product, we'll go to the market. Okay. And to create the product, we already know the process. It's sometimes it's the management, so it's create the product, and once you create the product, after that we'll bring the sales guys, we'll do business development, we'll bring guys which will open the market, and we'll go into sell our product to the market. And it's very simple algorithm, which actually was done previously in hundreds of years on incorporate the era and creating the products and bring to the market. But what actually happened here, it's interesting, that once you have the market and you think that market you have, it's actually the market will need your solution, and once you have the idea, it's possible to go with the idea to the market, but once you create the product, you can go with this product to the market. And if market accept you, and if market want your solution or want your product, it's okay. But many times you create something that market not really want. But you already spent all your money, all your resources, and now you build something and trying to convince the market, saying, okay, this is market, what you actually need. I want to sell you this product. And if customers in this market, your potential customers, not really want to buy it, or they're not believe you, or they don't like your product, so it's the game is over. The game is over. It means the time, resources, money, startup invested in this product, it's just gone. It's just gone. And this is start to be a big problem for investors and for the startup. Of course, one of 100 was successful company, and they did exit, and the people got their money back, but actually a lot of startups not survive. And especially sometimes you have recessions, market is down, so in this case it's dramatically decreased the percentage of successful startups. So the people started to see and to learn and to seeking for some new possibilities how it's possible to run startup in a more efficient way. So here where Lean Startup just came out from Eric Ries and Steve Blank. So Lean Startup, this is a book which was released by Eric Ries. And the Lean Startup came with the new advanced idea, and I also tried to explain it with my fingers. So think about that you have the product, now you have idea. And with idea, it's impossible to go and do the business. You need the product. But Lean Startup actually say, look, let's create, they call it minimum valuable product. Minimum valuable product is some kind of prototype or some kind of first version of the product. And once you have market and once you create this MVP, you can start communicate with the market, okay, to get feedback from the potential customers, to get feedback from the market, and step by step, just to change your product, that this product will suit to the market. Will suit to the market will accept it, and you will be able to do business. And it was, you know, from analyzing the process, it was like, wow, it's a great idea, because instead to create the whole product, instead of create a whole product and bring to the market, we're going to create some kind of prototype and bring to the market, and we'll start to interact with the market, with the customers. We'll get feedback from them, and in this case, we'll step by step, we'll suit our product to the market. It's a great advantage. You save a lot of money and headache by creating whole product and bring to the market. And market say, no, come on, guys, I'm not really interested in what you already created. So it was very advanced methodology. But today, if we will going to analyze the percentages of success of the startups in the world, we will see that it's less than 10% of the startups survive in 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Okay, less than 10%. So it's like 90% just closed. And if we're looking for big exits and unicorns that Sergey just mentioned, so it's like 1 from 1,000. Okay, so a lot of startups, not just, they not reached this point, so they fell much earlier. And it's mean that this methodology that was maybe more advanced than the previous one to run startup. This methodology start, from my point of view, with they not provide very good results to run startups, successful startups. And I will try to explain why. Okay, I will try to explain why. So first of all, when you create this minimum valuable product, so you very advocate your solution. When you go to potential customers and actually trying to ask for them if they like it, you less ask them, you more trying to attract them with your solution. You'll try to advocate because you already build something. You're not interested to build something that people will not want. So, and sometimes you just want to say to your customer, okay, I know better what your problem, so I already think about this great solution, so just start to use it and we'll see how happy you will be with my great product. Okay, and customer not really like it and not really feel these problems, this need that you're trying to solve with this minimum valuable product. So they just say, and it's embarrassing, because once you hear that somebody will not like your solution, your energy is slowed down, and you already feel that you spend some time, you spend some resources, and you don't really like it, and then sometimes it just increase your level of energy. It's one. The second one, this is, and you actually should know, there is some curve of penetration of new product to the market, or new technologies to the market. Okay. And this curve actually say that only 2.5% of regular customers in the market, they're inventors. It means they're looking for something new in the market. 2.5%. Additional about 12.5% is early adopters. Okay, so less than 15% of the potential customers, they are, say, advantage early adopters guys, which actually looking for some new kind of solution, and they're ready to go and try to use it. Okay. And this means more than 85% of potential customers in the market, they're late adopters. They will not use new product until somebody already have used it. It means if you have prototype, you build your MVP and your idea, and you go to the market, as actually market, as you know, this methodology just said, go to the market, start to communicate with the customers. So most of the customers, it's actually statistically probability, it will be like more than 80% will just get, well, not ready to use it because they will not use, because not early adopters. But once you start to communicate with the customers, and one customer, second customer, third customer, you know, fifth customers will say, you know, I'm not really have this problem, I not really like your idea and not like your product because they are late adopters. Through this methodology on the Lean Innovation 2.0, you should to go to and pivot yourself. And pivot yourself, what doesn't mean pivot, it's like in a dancing, you know, you just do the pivot, it's change your direction, it change your business model, maybe you should change your customer segments, maybe you should change the proposition of your business, or your solution or your product. And it's nice work to pivot, but it's not easy to do because actually you need to change something that you already built. And as a rule, in this stage, you already have some lack of resources and energy because you actually built something and thought, oh, okay, I already built this great product, so now I can go to the customers and to show maybe to my investors that my customer will very like me and I will bring additional money, and in this case I will continue to grow. But once you will need to do this pivot, it's time consuming, it's a energy reducing process, and you also need additional resources to build this pivot, to do this pivot, to build a new version of your product, which will be much more suited to needs and problems of your potential customers. And because you don't have these resources, actually the people say, okay, now we'll go to investors. Now we'll go to investors, ask for additional money, ask for additional investment. Actually, we already have MVP, and with this MVP, we already presented this MVP in some forums, we presented in some competition, in some challenges, and we have this MVP, and we can pitch ourselves to the investors. But current stage investors, and I know these guys, and I meet with them in very, very often time, they also changed with the time. So 10 years ago, if you'll go to investors saying, okay, I already have MVP and have this business plan and have this marketing strategy penetration of my product to the market, it's mostly it was enough because people understand, okay, before you're going to build this whole product, you need to start with something like prototype, like minimum viable product, and after that to go to the market. And it's like was more advanced methodology. But nowadays, today's, a lot of investors, actually, it's not enough for them that will have this MVP. They want to see some kind of acceptance and validations from your potential customers. They want to see first users that already use your product. They want to see first sales. They want to see some kind of KPIs. KPIs, it means key performance indicators. They want to see that you are in a business and you validated your business model, and not just validated your possibility to build application or to create website or to do some robotics or to do some maybe other technologies. It's not enough today for the investors just to present your possibilities to create something. Today it's like you have to have it if you want to go to the investor. But what investors are looking for is the picture which can show them that you already not just create something, but you also in some kind of market, and you have your first customers. And investor like, instead that their name, it's venture capital. And what is a venture? It's risk. Yes, it's like risk capital. But these guys not really like take risk. They're trying to maximize the possibility to reduce the risk. And if you have the startup, if startup has a product and this product already has customers, and other product, another company just has a product MVP, but without the customers, without the feedback from the customers. So in this case, investors will prefer the guys which not just have this MVP, but also they have some kind of validation from the customers. And this is very important change, which actually I see today in the world. So I want to take you, one step further, and this step said, okay, let's talk about Lean Innovation 3.0. Okay, and this is Startup Mastery, and this is methodology which actually I'm developing with partners and in some accelerators in Tel Aviv and now in Portuguese. So what is a 3.0? Actually, 3.0 this approach based in two pillars, in two main pillars. The first one, I call it pre-start marketing business development. Pre-start marketing business development. It means you start to work with your potential customers in very early stage, in the stage of the idea, not in the stage of the product, as a Lean 2.0 mentioned. And the second one, the product, we want to go to the product, but the first version of product, I call it minimum sellable product. Instead of minimum valuable product, it's minimum sellable product. It means the product which built from the beginning to validate not only possibilities to build the product, also to validate the possibility of business model. And how to build this minimum sellable product, going through this pre-start marketing and business development. This is actually methodology and approach how to success in this very not promising, very challenging, in very challenging world of the startup innovation. Okay, so I will present now. I will share the screen. I will present you the platform which we will use as a platform which will help you to go through all of these stages. Okay, because actually the stages for success I divided for 5 stages, and I mean basic, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So basic, this is ideation. So here we will talk about your idea, from which kind of domain to which kind of domain it belongs. Okay, it's IT, it's agriculture, robotics, you name it. The second one, we will talk about the competition. We'll do some marketing research, cross-marketing research. So sometimes people start to to develop something, but after they will create already something, go to check and recognize that somebody already in the market and competitors in the market, and they produce something much more better and cheaper than you are going to spend the time and the resources to create your own product. Okay, so it's the basic. The second part is the bronze. Okay, so bronze, I call it pre-start marketing business development. So actually, this is process of understanding who's your potential customer, what the problems, what their needs, how to validate it. Okay. The third one, this is a silver, and silver, this is I call it design of minimum saleable product design. It's not product yet, but it's already, what kind of product, to whom it's going to be trying to solve, what kind of features and what kind of functionality this product should have. And this is the silver. The gold is actually, you already created this product and you have this first sales, and you also not just have this first sales, you also have some statistics, how to sell, to whom to sell, and you actually recognize the statistic of the selling, maybe your growth of the customer database, and all of this stuff, which very, very important to show not only for investors, but also for you as a business, that you're in the right way, that you're in the right condition, and you're in the right way for growing. And platinum, this is a scale up. This is a scale up. It means we already have this product market fit. The product market fit is very well-known definition, product market fit, and it means you found this form, you found this form of product or service that people like and people use and people buy. It's already there. And you scale up, you can go to the additional services, additional segments, you can add more features, and all of this, and all your business already go in the right way with the possibilities to add additional features, functionality, and growth. Okay, so this is actually very shortly, the history of development of innovation from 1.0 Toyota. Let's do your product very, very efficient way. The 2.0, like, okay, let's do our product in an efficient way, but we don't have products. So if we'll create the products, and after that we'll go to the market. So and we can create this product in a very efficient way. We will use lean management in the best way to create this product. But if market don't need this product because it's a new one, okay, and you create this new one product in a very efficient way, so come on. So okay, it's not help you to run the business. So Lean 2.0 just came to solve it, saying, okay, let's start with the MVP, let's start with the minimum valuable product and start to communicate with potential customers, and we'll get feedback with them and we'll change ourselves. And this is a interaction process will continue. But as I explained, because of early adopters and because of lack of sometimes of understanding, lack of energy to understand your potential customers, because you already create something, so you're going to advocate what you already created. So this is stop your right, right way to get right feedback from the market to change your product and bring to the market. Okay. So Lean 3.0, as I said, is based on pre-start marketing business development, where you start to communicate and work with your potential customer in very early stage, and the pre-product stage, and you learn a lot about your market, about potential customers, their needs, their problems, and this learning, this research, this pre-start marketing business development, it allows you to create the first version of the product with the customers who's already waiting, sitting, waiting for your solution. And it's not just passively sitting and waiting for your solution. They also can be very active part of providing necessary information to create this first version of product. And first version of product, I said, is minimum sell product, and the minimum sell product is not just, okay, we have a product and we validated our capabilities, our possibilities to create something, to build something. We are good programmers. No, it's also validate the minimum sell, validate the business model, because minimum sellable, it's mean customer pay for it or customer use it, and so. Now, for successful business, you know, it's there's a very simple, especially for the startups, there's a very simple visualization of three very important parts of success for each startup. So it's like triangle, okay? So the first one, this is your customers, and this is desirability of your customers. They want something because they wish something because they have some problems, okay? So you have customers, they have some problems, and they wish to fill it with some solution, okay? The second one, if you have a customers with the problems and needs, and you have your ideas, so the next one is to transform this idea to the product with some features and the functionality that just close the problem of your potential customer. Because if you have a customer with this problem, we create this kind of product, it will not work. This not work. It just need to, to fix it and to suit it. But it's not enough. So we have desirable that people want. You have feasible that you, from your idea, can create the product which just go to feel what your customer miss. But third one, this is a business model. Actually, the reliability. It's viable. What does mean viable from business point of view? It's mean you can generate enough value for your company, which allow you to grow, to go through the break point where you start to earn more money than you spend for development. And from the long prolongation, you will be successful business from the business point of view, not just having customers, having product, and to satisfy your customers. You should create the value, the business value for your company, revenue, database of the customers, and to run the business, not just to create the product and trying to sell. In the end, you should run the business and be successful companies. So through our course, I will try to take you through all of these steps, and we will try to go in this in quite parallel, because we also want all the time, we'll want to check your customers and to check your solution. And now to check with your solution to your potential customers, we will try to see the business model. Actually say, okay, what I'm going to sell? I'm going to sell service. I'm going to sell product. What kind of price I can ask for this, and so on. So because this triangle is very important, and if it's not, if this triangle is not balanced. Not balance it. So you have customers, but you can't provide him very good solution. It's not good. But if you have the customers and you can provide a good solution, but you don't have a real good business model for scalability, for growing, it's also not so good. Okay, so we'll need to find the balance between these two very important points. Customers with the needs, product with a solution, okay, with a solution, and business model as a basic to run your business in successful way for a long time. Okay? Okay, guys, so a question till now. If you have, I will be happy to discuss some points. Okay, I'll just see if we have something. Okay, and what can you say about customer development methodology created by Steve Blank? I very like it because it's quite it's like pre-start marketing business development, and I use it. But actually, a customer development methodology, if we combine is MVP, it combines minimum valuable product. So actually say, look, to start to do the customer development, we'll need to create this Canvas business model. So we create this Canvas business model, and we are going with this Canvas business model to the customers. But lean startups say to go to the customers with some first version of the product with MVP, and all what you put in this business model, it's your hypothesis, okay? And you need to check its hypothesis. But how are you going to check this hypothesis? You should to check it with MVP. And it means you create MVP, and after that, you're going to communicate with the customers. This is actually in customer development technology combined with the Canvas business model for Alex Osterwalder. So it's a great, and it was very advantage, let's say 10 or 15 years ago when these books were released. It was like, wow, it's a great jump forward, because instead of build whole product, okay, and Steve Blank say, okay, instead to do the waterfall and to create the business plan and run the company, let's go and try to find the right way to check the business model. And Steve Blank said, the startup is not small version of big companies, because a lot of people which came just, from corporates, from the business say, okay, I want to establish the new startup. So what is a startup? And they say, okay, it's something like small, but is a real business, because we're going to build the real business. So Steve Blank say, look, guys, the startup, it's not small version of big companies. Startup is it's a business organization. Yes, it's business organization, but it's created to check and validate the business model. Okay, to check and validate business model, and it's very nice. But possibility to check and validate business models came from, okay, let's create MVPs, go out of office and combine interaction, and it's worked much more better than to create the whole product. But today, what actually I see, and I see hundreds of the startups in different locations. So everybody create MVP. It's very rarely when the people just stop on the idea level. Most of them go further. They create MVP, but once they create MVP, something happened. Something happened, and this like dead valley. You have MVP, and you put a lot of resources to create it, and now you have some, the charm between where you with MVP and real business. And this statistic of early adopters, and that once you go to talk with the people and they say, it's reduced a lot of energy, and statistically 80%, 90% of your your contact with your potential customers will be no, and because they just late adopters. And if you will find the right way where you will have these early adopters and you can recognize it before you're going to build your first version of product, so your first sales, your first penetration to the market with the early adopters will bring a great momentum to the late adopters. Because late adopters will buy and will use your product if they see that somebody already did it. That somebody already did it. And in MVP approach, you say, okay, I build this MVP, I'll go to the market. So 90% of the market say no, and I'll need to change myself. And what does it mean to change myself? Is go to the pivoting and to change, you know, my product. Sometimes to change my proposal, to change my segment. And I said, you know, if you have unlimited resources and you have unlimited energy, so in the end, this process will bring you to success. But the problem that you have limited resources, you have limited time, you have limited energy. And this interaction, which you want to continue on the money of somebody else, this somebody else not really believe you, and no, they believe, it's not right word, they not believe, they believe you. You're not going just, you know, to tell them not true, they believe you, but they don't really want to take the risk because they understand from previous statistics that it can be very risk journey, and small percentages will success with it. So just they prepare to see for somebody who already has this some kind of penetration of statistic and working with the potential customers. So this is a point. This is a point. Okay. So, but thank you for your questions. Okay, guys. If no other questions, I just want to share my screen. Just open and write. Okay, so this is a platform, okay, the Startup Mastery, and actually this platform designed for the people which just log into it in three groups of three groups of the people. So for the startups guy, for the mentors, and for investors. So you'll go in, and I will send the link, you know, after this presentation, link to the platform. And actually, when you log into the link, you'll go and log in with as a startup. And actually, my suggestion to log in with a Google account. Okay, so it's the easiest way. And so once you'll be there, you sort of enter to your you know, to your area. You will not see anything here, but you see Add Startup button. And once you press on this Add Startup button, you will have this flow to run your startup. Okay. So as I mentioned, you have these 5 stages: basic, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And this is like a flow which you'll need to go through and you know, to fill it. And it's like your roadmap to build your startup. Okay. So let's start from the basic. So when you go to the basics, the first one, you need to fill information about your startup. So actually, it's startup title, industry. So you can select the industry, and you can second this industry. The one important point: the first person will open, you know, register, and it will open the startup in the system. By default, he will be CEO name. He will be CEO, the Chief Executive Officer. After that, we'll be able to check it, but it's like first. So if you will have already a team and you maybe know who is the CEO, like, you know, manager of this project, so I suggest that he will go to the system, will log in and open in platform the startup, but never mind, it's possible to change after that. Okay, so select the country from Ukraine. Okay, and after that, you add short description, boom, you're already here. Now, one important point here, so every time you can go further step if you just click on the next step. Okay, so you finish the previous one, click on the next, so you can go to the further step, because if you will not click next step button, so it will not be editable. Okay, so we'll not be able to change it and to fill the forms. Okay. So the next one is the team members. Actually, you see, and you will be able to invite others, just to invite and put the emails of your team members, and they will log into the system, and this will be like a place for collaborate together, work together on the project. So the first in the competitors, it's just to add competitor, and to analyze them in the market, okay, for understand the market. And we finish in the very basic early stage with elevator pitch. It means you fill these fields with for target customers who specify. It's your, you know, it's how you see your idea in the very early stage, but it's already it provides you some you know, some understanding how to present it. So say, okay, for target customers, for the farmers who are dissatisfied with, you know, they have some problem, you know, lack of water. Our product is automatical system for the water supplying that provides a very efficient way to support the water, provide the water for the farmers 24/7, and minimizing their, you know, the cost. Unlike the company X, which provided less efficient way, boom, generate, and actually you will get this elevator pitch. So we'll get this elevator pitch, which you after that can edit, of course, and to change it. But from the beginning, it will be very helpful because you already have some structured data and you continue to work with it. Okay, so this is the basic. The second one, this is a bronze. It means bronze level. Okay, it's pre-start marketing business development. So actually here, the most of the work should be done for validate your customers, okay, and validate the business model. So the first, the customer segment. And after that, I will show you in some working startup, which just show, you know, in the real data, which already inside. So the first one is customer segment. Who's your potential customer? Okay, just add segment. You can specify different segments in your potential customers. Problems and needs. Actually, you add problems and needs of your potential and to related problems and needs which related to these customer segments. Okay, you create the validation questions which you're going to ask your potential customers, personas of your potential customers, just asking, okay, if the problems and needs you specify the real, or maybe it's your hypothesis, maybe your imagination, yeah, not real problems and needs. After that, we will specify and you will create the customers base. So we'll add the real customers, real personas, which will need to go and to validate and ask the question for advising, you know, understanding that this problem is here, or maybe it's not here, maybe it's only in your head. We'll get some answers from them. We will see the problem validation, yes, problem, no problem. We'll go into the product concept and specify our product concept based on all of these pre-start marketing and business development activities. And boom, we have a business model, a canvas business model, which actually provides us to understanding, as I said, not just from perspective of view, desirable for the customer point of view, feasible, the possibility to create your product in our service, but also from the business point of view, it's mean viable from the business point of view to creating enough value, for a business. Okay, so here we finished with the bronze. Now we have a silver. So silver, it's the MSP concept. So it's minimum sellable product concept. After that, it's minimum sellable product business model. And for example, if in the bronze, in the more, you know, more widely describing about your vision, you know, your company. So maybe you'll have 3 or 4 customer segments. But here, it will be one customer segments, maybe one or several main features which you'll provide to them, but very important to be already in the business, because once you're in the business, so the things running with other energy, because you created together with customers. So it's like, it's like to go to the focus, to focus your bigger business models, to focus of your minimum sale of business model. After that, we'll go into minimum sale product design flow, just specify how we're going to build them. We have the project Gantt, we just specify what we should to do step by step. And very important here, it's a MOU, LOI, or some evidence for your potential customers. You say, okay, we will go into use, or we're going to buy these products, if these products will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 functionality. A very important point here in the end of the silver, this is investment approval. It's mean the possibility in the platform to upload the executive summary, the short description of your business, of your idea, to add presentation for investors, and actually to change some title pages to a title page, and to click this checkbox, which actually will open it to the dashboard of investors, which we going to add to this platform. We already have several, but it will be much more here. And once you open for investment, you click this checkbox, so the project will be presented in their dashboard, and they will be able, to see it, to ask a question, and so on. Okay, so gold, this is already, we have sales, and here the functionality of gold will continue. This platform is also our startup, so we're going to add more features for this layer, for this stage, and for this layer in the future. Now we're working on it. And the platinum is a product market fit. So actually, we are talking about the your product found the fit with the market, and you have the customers, paying customers, and you grow, and you can add additional segments or additional functionality to add additional functionality to your customers. Okay, so what we actually have additional here, the mentors and the possibility to invite mentor, and we'll see here some guides. So for your startups, you will add Barabana Sergey, and also we will see me here. At least I can see it now myself, because actually I'm a CEO, so I can't be CEO in the mentor on the startup, but you will see my in your peer, you will see my credentials here, my contacts. You press on invite mentor, and in this case, mentor will get notification, and once it will accept it, this mentor will just join to your startup, and will be able to see and help you with all of these stages. Okay, so just add me and Sergey, and we will be able to do it together. Okay, so this is less or more about the platform, and we're going to work with the platform very heavily, because it's the main flow, it's the main tool we will use. Okay. Now, regarding, I'll just stop the share, we can continue with our approach. So I will send you, and Sergey will send you the link in group we're going to create now in Telegram, to just to sign in the platform. Okay, it's first. But as I understand that there are some guys which already have idea, and people that don't have idea. Okay, after we'll provide this link, after registration, I will ask from Sergey just to do some order and understand who has idea in the platform and already registered in the platform the startup with the idea, and it has team. So this team already also there in the platform is just added the team members and their platform. And I understand it will have some bulk of the people which they don't have idea yet, but it's interesting for them to just to train themselves and to to find new skills and to train these skills in real world, and maybe it will help them to find their own idea, in the future. So my suggestions will be for these guys, and we will help you. We'll help you to communicate with the guys which already has ideas, okay, and to ask possibility to join to their project as a student. They're just going to help them and to work together. It's not like they start to be like co-founders, your startup. It's like to take the interns to your job. The students to help and to work together and to learn for this working, because it's very, very important. If in this process some of these guys will feel it's very comfortable to work together, and the founders will feel commitment from from these new teams members. So maybe we'll say, okay, come on, let's do it together. Let's start to be our co-founder, and we'll go to run these projects together. And we're trying to get the money. We're trying to build the product. We're trying to build the customer base. It's okay. By the way, it's my suggestion. Don't try to to keep all of your parts of your company just for yourself. Try to bring the new members, because statistically the successful startup which has team members and good teams which can work and create and to bring this minimum sell products and go through this pre-start marketing business development. Because if you keep it only for you all the time and you don't provide enough value, enough interesting to to the guys to join your trip, your journey, your venture. So no solo startup. Very rarely situation when you have these solo startups. Okay. So this is a point, and once we will pass this first level of establishment, and we have the teams and platform. So our next meeting, we will start to work, on their ideas. We'll start to go and a lot of brainstorming, a lot of joint venture work together, trying to understand the idea, trying to understand the market, trying to understand the problems and needs, trying to understand how we can validate it before we'll spend time and money, to create something. And in this case, it will be sorry. Very practical work for creation and developing your ideas. Okay, so I think it's done from my side for today, for intro and presenting an explanation, what we're going to do. And now if you have questions, please ask, and I will take some water.
Так, дякую велике. Така гарна лекція, так довго говорив, що, бачите, аж здоров'я не пошкодував, Ігор, щоб вам донести цю ідею. І це, до речі, вперше заняття на англійській мові. Невже от нарешті ми дочекалися, що в Україні ось студенти обирають англійську краще, да? ніж російську. І, можливо, це свідчення про те, що ми нарешті виходимо на якийсь світовий рівень, на європейський рівень. Тому це, як на мене, хороший показник. І це для вас, студенти, унікальна можливість. Ви маєте лектора зі світовим досвідом, світовим ім'ям і на англійській мові. Можете ще розвинути свої language hard скіли. Так, дякую вам, Ігоре, дуже. Є запитання? Так. Немає. Ну, добре, тоді, я думаю, що всі зрозуміли, як ми працюємо. Да, всі бачили сьогодні платформу, яку показав Ігор. Так, можливо, я розішлю, да, їм ще цю платформу в імейл розсилці, так, Ігор?
Так, I will provide you the link, so you'll be able to send it.
Ага, окей. Так, і ми будемо формувати команди. Також, да, я бачив, в нас із зареєстрованих лише 15 мають свої ідеї, мають ідеї стартапів. Усі інші учасники без ідей, тому потрібно ще працювати в цьому напрямку. Можливо, хтось долучиться до інших команд. Можливо, я запропоную також вам перелік тем, і, можливо, ми знайдемо для усіх бажаючих, але ті, хто не мають команди чи теми, ми знайдемо їм, так би мовити, пару. Да, тут не просто пару, а тім, команду і ідею.
Yes, it's very important here to build the team, to build the possibility to create and to develop and to train. And it's very important. And by the way, it's great for the people which they have these ideas to bring new team members and to brainstorm and to work together. And for people which don't have the ideas, my suggestions, if you don't have ideas, just join to somebody, help him, be part of creation, be part of the brainstorming. And once you'll pass this, you will learn a lot. You'll learn a lot, and once you have your own ideas, it'll be much more easier for you, to implement it. And after that, you will bring other team members, and together you'll do a very good job.
Так, да, тому прислухайтеся до поради Ігоря, він знає, що говорить. Він вже не один рік допомагав створювати команди, знаходив, да, направляв студентів. Тому прислухайтесь і будемо намагатись вам допомогти. Да, зараз, напевне, такий найскладніший етап, оскільки треба визначитися, да, і треба стати, так би мовити, на рельси. І ми допоможемо вам це зробити.
Yeah, we will help you because actually we have some experience with this, and as I said, the main aim of this course, it's actually we have like two reasons for this course. For one reason, it's especially this is main, just to take your idea and help you to create your own startup. But if you don't have idea, it's okay. You're not 99-year-old guys. You're just students, and you're very young, and we have all of the possibilities in your life. So once you will get in this course very good tools, you will have some methodology. You will have, these tools which help you to analyze the surroundings, analyze the innovation projects, to be with the possibility to manage it, So it's something that you will need all of your life if you're going to work in this innovation ecosystem, because this is what you will need if you go to the company, because every company needs today also some innovation vector of development. If you go to the startup, or if you want to be entrepreneur for yourself. So it's a very important tool in current world, very important tool. So, and here you will get it, I think, in a very good way, and you will practice. Look at, and this is like small, some kind of small MBA, yeah, in innovation management, practical small MBA innovation management, because really you'll go and get, you know, very advanced methodology with possibility for brainstorming. And as I said, the Ukrainian startups, they have good support from the European, American, Canadian funds, investors, and they will be able to create something very interesting. So I think there is a very good possibilities to future for the growth and development. Okay. So if we have questions, please, we have several minutes, but if not, we'll continue as we just specified it. Okay.
Якщо нема питань, це означає, що все зрозуміло, або взагалі нічого не зрозуміло.
No, I hope this is зрозуміло. I hope this is зрозуміло. I also did the record, of this, you know, this presentation. So once the Zoom will finish combining the video, so I will send the link for Sergey, and also sending this your group. So if something, you know, you're not really understood, or you know you miss some points, you just check and these records and just go through it one more time, trying to maybe, you know, for deeper understanding. But I try to tell it in very simple way and explain it in very simple way. Okay.
Так, да, дякуємо.
Okay, guys. So toda rabba. It's in Hebrew. Thank you very much. This is in English. And дякуємо за увагу на українській мові. До побачення.
Да, дякуємо вам, до побачення, до нових зустрічей.